Today, I'm going to share a new and unique way to enjoy bitter melon. It's simple yet nutritious. Bitter melon is rich in nutrients, high in protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds such as charantin and polypeptide P. Eating it regularly not only improves your appetite, but also strengthens your immune system, helps detoxify the body, and supports heart health. First, wash the bitter melon thoroughly. Use running water to remove any dirt trapped in its ridges and grooves. After washing, let it drain. Then, place the bitter melon on a cutting board. Cut off both ends and slice it into small pieces about 2 to 3 centimeters long. Next, use a spoon to remove the seeds and core. If you don't like the bitter taste, scrape off the white membrane inside. This part contains most of the bitterness. If you enjoy the bitterness, you can leave the white membrane intact. Once done, place the pieces on a plate and set aside. Next, prepare about 200 grams of pork. Choose a piece of pork that has both fat and lean meat. It will taste better. First, slice the pork thinly. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Then, mince it finely. You can adjust the texture of the minced meat to your liking. Transfer the minced pork in a bowl. Now add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 tablespoon of light soy sauce, and 1/2 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Put on gloves and mix the minced pork until the seasoning is evenly absorbed. Then, add 1 egg white. It helps make the mixture smoother and more tender. Mix well. Now add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and continue mixing. Besides making the meat softer, cornstarch also locks in moisture, making the filling more nutritious. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and mix again. The oil creates a thin coating around the meat, preventing it from drying out. Once everything is well mixed, set the pork aside to marinate for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare 1 carrot, washed and peeled. Now, slice it into thin, coin-sized rounds. Adding carrot not only gives a nice crunch, but also enhances the nutrition and presentation of the dish. After slicing, neatly arrange the carrot rounds on a large plate as the base layer. And that's it for now. Set it aside. We'll use it in the next step. Now, add water to the pot and bring it to a boil over high heat. When the water starts boiling, add 1 teaspoon of salt to enhance the base flavor. Then, add a spoon of cooking oil. This helps keep the bitter melon bright green. Next, add the bitter melon and blanch it for about half a minute. Bitter melon contains oxalic acid, which can interfere with the body's absorption of calcium. Blanching helps reduce the oxalic acid, allowing our bodies to absorb calcium more effectively. So, it's best to blanch bitter melon before cooking or eating. Remove the bitter melon immediately after blanching. Don't overcook, otherwise the color will not be beautiful. Place each piece of bitter melon on top of the carrot slices. Now, fill the hollow centers of the bitter melon with the seasoned minced pork. If you enjoy meat, you can add more. A plump, firm shape like mine is perfect. If you're vegetarian, you can replace the meat with tofu. After stuffing, cut the remaining carrot slices in half and place them around the edge of the plate with the bitter melon. And that's done! Now, bring water to a boil in a steamer. Place the plate of bitter melon inside. Then cover the lid and steam for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare a few cloves of garlic. Crush them with a knife. Then finely chop them. Its aroma and spiciness help balance and mellow out the bitterness of the bitter melon, creating a fragrant and harmonious dish. Place the minced garlic in a small bowl. If you like spicy food, don't forget to prepare a few chili peppers. Slice them into thin rings, then chop them into smaller pieces to enhance the flavor. For those who don't like spicy food, you can replace the hot chilies with red bell peppers for a more balanced color. Add them to the bowl with the minced garlic. Next, prepare the sauce. Add 1/2 tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of oyster sauce for flavor, 1 teaspoon of sugar for richness, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and about 100 to 150 milliliters of warm water. Mix everything well until fully dissolved. Your simple yet flavorful sauce is ready. Set it aside. Heat a pan and add some oil. Once hot, sauté the minced garlic and chopped chilies until fragrant. Adding garlic to bitter melon not only reduces its bitterness, but also enhances the overall taste. When you start to smell the aroma, pour in the sauce. Simmer over high heat until it thickens slightly. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. And that's it. By now, the bitter melon should be done steaming. Wow, the color looks so beautiful. Turn off the heat and remove the plate from the steamer. Pour the cooked sauce evenly over the top. Wow, the aroma is incredible. So appetizing and delicious. Finally, sprinkle some finely chopped green onions on top. Irresistible. This way of preparing bitter melon is unique and highly nutritious. Even those who don't usually enjoy its bitterness can appreciate it. It's a cooling and refreshing dish for the summer. The minced pork is tender and flavorful, and when paired with the bitter melon, it becomes a nutritious and satisfying dish. Absolutely perfect. This also makes a wonderful appetizer. The slight bitterness of the bitter melon stimulates saliva and gastric juice secretion, helping digestion and boosting appetite. Bitter melon has a cooling nature and helps detoxify the body. Eating a moderate amount daily can help clear internal heat, especially during hot summer days. It also helps lower bad cholesterol, supports healthy blood pressure, improves heart health, and aids in blood sugar control for people with type 2 diabetes. With its high fiber content, it promotes bowel movement and supports better digestion. However, despite its benefits, bitter melon should be avoided by pregnant or breastfeeding women and people with low blood pressure. If you enjoy bitter melon, be sure to try this recipe. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.